ignition.
Hi, this is Joel Persinger. I'm the Gun Guy. Thank you very much for watching my videos. I really deeply appreciate it. Okay, this video is the continuing saga of my AR15 as I'm working to make it California compliant. So far, I've just done two things. Well, I've done three. I put the DFM magazine in there. There's a review on that, and I'll put the link on that for that video in the description of this one so you can find it. So that way I can have a standard mag release, but right now it doesn't release the mag. Later on, that'll change. And then I also replaced this bird cage, which is right here, that came with the rifle, with this compensator that was sent to me by Optics Planet, which I've come to like so much that frankly, if I'd known it was going to be this much of a joy to shoot it, I would have replaced the bird cage anyway and gotten rid of the flash hider and put the comp on there. So I'm really happy with it. And then, and there's a video on that too, and I'll put the link in the description, so if you want to know more about that, you can. And now I've replaced the stock because I have to get rid of the flash hider and then I have to get rid of the collapsible stock. And then I'm going to work on the grip here in a minute and I'll tell you about that. Okay, so this video, I wanted to just tell you about the stock more than anything else. What I've discovered in shooting AR-15s and being on the range a lot and having a lot of students and teaching rifle classes and so on is a lot of folks, not all, but a lot of folks have collapsible stocks on their ARs because either it was there when they bought it that way or it's cool. And they are cool. I mean, let's face it, it's more cool than a straight stock. It really is. But there's no practical reason for it unless you are having different people shoot the gun who are of different statures and they need to adjust the length of pull, or you are changing your clothing, so you're wearing heavy clothing versus light clothing, and it's such a big difference that you got to change the length of pull. If you're working as a police officer or security contractor or something and you're wearing armor, I get it. I've worn a lot of armor, and as a result, you got to change the length of pull sometimes because it's bulky and it takes up space. Okay, so that's another reason. But for a guy like me, I have set the stupid thing at the length of pull was all the way out. I mean, I never adjusted it. You know, my wife has her own guns and my kids have their own guns and they don't shoot mine. So nobody shoots my guns with me, so there was no reason to have an adjustable stock. I'm not working as a security contractor in some foreign country. I'm not in the military or whatever. I don't have a need for that adjustment. So I'm perfectly happy with the straight stock, and actually now that I've been shooting the rifle with it, I've come to actually like it a lot better than the collapsible one, and here's a few reasons why. One, the way that this stock is designed. Now this is the Magpul MOE fixed stock, and it's a direct replacement for your A1 or A2 stock. So if you're taking off a collapsible stock and going to replace it with this one, you also need to replace the buffer tube and the buffer and spring because you've got a longer standard rifle buffer tube and spring that you're going to need to put under here. But it's so easy. I was going to produce a video on how to do it, but it's so stupid simple that there was no reason to, and there's, you know, 1,000,001 videos on that anyway. But it took about 10 minutes. And I think it took a little longer than that because I went and warmed up my coffee. That was it. So it's pretty simple. There's a slope to this from back to front. So it really hugs your cheek. You get a marvelous cheek weld on this. It's also a little wider, which is really nice. And the slope here is really nice. So you get this really nice sloped side. It's a little bit, it seems to me, I've looked at it, feels like it's a little higher than it in the back than the front. Now I can't tell looking at it. It just feels that way. And then the slope on either side really creates a cheek weld. Right hand, left hand, doesn't matter. Now I like the fact that it's got a place to put QD mounts. If I wanted to put QD mounts on one side or the other, you've got this one and you've got this one on both sides. So you can do that if you want to. It also has a sling area right here already. It's for an 1.25 inch sling that's already in it. However, my favorite thing about it, other than the fact that it's solid as a rock and it's extremely comfortable, is the number of places when I'm shooting off the bench or shooting prone where I can rest my hand here, I can put my fist or my hand under here to support the base of the butt stock to support the rifle and really make it more stable for shooting longer distances. There's just so many different ways this is designed for me to be able to grab a hold of it while I'm shooting and trying to really shoot in some precision way that I found it incredibly comfortable and very well designed. I'm really pleased with it. Now it also has this compartment in the back that opens up. And it's this great big compartment you can put stuff in. The butt pad is rubberized, so it really grabs your clothes and hangs on, doesn't slip around. And it's replaceable, so if you wear it out, you can just replace it, and you close it back up again. So it's really kind of a simple device, But I found shooting it, it's extremely comfortable. It comes to the shoulder really quickly. It grabs a hold really quickly. It's very easy to keep the gun on target with it. It doesn't slip around. And as I said, when I'm shooting in some kind of precision way, I found this stock to be incredibly comfortable and also just ergonomically correct. It gave me so many different handholds, so many different ways to stabilize the rifle. So if you're thinking about doing something similar to what I'm doing, putting a grip wrap and a straight stock and a compensator on your gun, I urge you to check out this stock. It's awesome. I got it from Optics Planet, and if you would like to get it from Optics Planet as well, there is a link in the description for that stock. You can buy it from Optics Planet with a discount. Don't forget to use our code GUNGUY5. It will save you 5% on all of your purchases at Optics Planet. GUNGUY5. And you can look for our direct link also in the description. But don't forget that, GUNGUY5. It'll save you a little bit of money. As you know, we don't charge to do reviews. I try to just do honest reviews for you, so we certainly appreciate your support. If you can help us out with a donation and you'd like to just donate and put a tip in the jar, you can do that by going to our website at gunguy.tv or gunguytv.com or .net. Otherwise, it'll take you there, same place. And go to the donate button on the top of the website. You can drop a tip in the jar. If you'd like to sign on Patreon and be a patron of ours on a monthly basis, you can do it for as little as $1. May not seem like much to you, but it does help us a ton. If 1% of the people that watch my channel on any given month were to give us $1 a month, we'd be in really good shape. So it doesn't take a lot, but it certainly does help, and you'll never miss the dollar, by the way. Also, if you haven't already done it, please sign up with the National Rifle Association. There's a link in our description where you can do that. And Second Call Defense is there to help you out if you need insurance or some sort of backup in case you ever have to shoot anybody because you're carrying a gun or you got one at home. Super important that you have that financial support. You may very well need it. Thank you again very much for watching my channel. Have a wonderful week. Look for a finishing video on this. I'm going to send this Start Grip off tomorrow to Solar Tactical. They're going to make me a grip wrap, and then we'll do a review on that. And I got a couple more things to do with this gun. And then watch for the videos on the Mini 14. We've got an M1A coming up, and also some videos on the M1 Garand. So stick around. Have a great week again. Thank you. Be safe.